What's up, guys? You're watching the Gamestork, the very place where you can come every day at 8 p.m. and get your news right there, hot, delivered, all that good stuff, cooked up for you in the best way possible, fresh, right? Yes? Yes! Anyway, be sure to like and subscribe below if you like these, any of this content. You can catch me on Twitch at gamestork30, also right here on YouTube at Gamestork. And be sure, join the Stork Force. A lot of fun to have here, right here on this channel. Remember, too, that there is gameplay coming at 9 p.m. each and every night for The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, which is an overlooked, beautiful masterpiece. And right this very second, I want to give you a preview to that and hope to see you there.
Join me in an adventure like no other as we live stream through the chronological timeline of The Legend of Zelda. We'll hit every branch, every game. We're going to go as deep as possible. And as we look at this, we know the chronology of the history of Hyrule. It begins with the creation of heaven and earth, immediately followed by the events of Skyward Sword, which is where we're going to start. It splits after Ocarina of Time, and with one timeline depicting the events that follow Link's triumph over Ganon and the other his defeat. The section of the timeline where Link triumphs and Ganondorf's free to return unopposed. Join me each and every weeknight at 9 p.m. as we play together on Twitch at gamestork30, also right here on YouTube at youtube.com/gamestork.live. You don't want to miss this one. I'll see you there.
So yeah, be sure to join me each and every night at 9 p.m. to watch The Legend of Zelda as we play through the entire game series chronologically. Now I know what you're thinking, Skyward Sword, I've heard a lot of bad things about that, but you know what, I'm here to prove you wrong, and it's arguably better. Yes, yes, and yes. Also, you might have noticed the change in the music. I just want to give a special shout out to the jerk who stole music. That's okay, sound off in the comments below with your hate towards this person, because I want to hear it. But anyway, let's talk about Nintendo, my very favorite console, and their success. It looks like the Nintendo Switch has reached 21 million units this past year and 55.77 million units in their lifetime. Now, I know what you're thinking. When looking at the Nintendo Switch, you might think to yourself, well, it's not as powerful as the PS4 or the Xbox One. It's not going to be as powerful as the new generation of consoles. However, it is a success. The idea of taking any and every game with you on the go is the best possible solution to any and every problem. I have 3 kids myself, and considering anything from Peppa Pig to PBS Kids is on the television at all times, it's great to be able to pick that up out of the dock and play what I want to play. So, for the people who brought The Witcher 3 to the Nintendo Switch, and for the rumors out there that the Mass Effect, keep our children together and go forward and play Mass Effect because it's great. Yes, also Madden on the Switch would be fantastic because, come on, it's Madden, it's on the Switch, it's on the go. I love it. Yes. I have someone in the studio here who's claiming that hockey should come to the Switch in NHL fashion. That's okay. We'll take that too. If you didn't know, the Switch software sales are up 40% over the last year. That means Nintendo Switch stock is more valuable than ever. This is huge. Now, if you look at the Nintendo Switch, we all clamor. We all want. We say, you know what? I want that Nintendo Switch Pro. I want more power. But it looks like between the Switch and the Switch Lite, there's a lot of success going on in the Nintendo world. I'll say this, despite the fact that there are shortages everywhere because of COVID-19, Nintendo is a huge success, and you can count on the fact that after they release the secret Breath of the Wild 2 release this holiday, they will absolutely compete with the other consoles live and fresh. Yes, hey, how's it going, Justin? Welcome to the chat, buddy. Live news where I can respond to you. Isn't that great? Welcome in. But yes, the Breath of the Wild 2, man, this is going to rock. This is going to be great. I think that this is going to be the big game this year. Also, Metroid Prime 4 is going to be huge for the console. Yes, there's so many games coming. I'm really excited to see what Nintendo brings to the table. Speaking of what they bring to the table, what sounds like big numbers until you see what New Horizons has done. 13.41 million units sold. This is a franchise record, and it smashes what is and ever has been for Animal Crossing. This is huge for the Nintendo Switch, and it's also huge for the franchise, which makes me, honestly, I'm happy about it because this game is so good. It's so chill and relaxed. It's a perfect game for the COVID-19 outbreak, for people being stuck in their homes. And not only that, but even once you go back to work, it's a great escape for you when you get home to just sit. You know what I'm saying? Go see some Tom Nook. Go pay him some bills. Yeah, it sounds like real life, right? But a video game. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So anyway, moving forward, speaking of video games, there was a huge Xbox 2020 presentation today. I say huge, but it was really full of games, and I was hoping for the release date of the console. Now, I feel like Xbox is really missing the beat when it comes to seeing and hearing us and what we want in those release dates. I was ready today. I had money in hand to go and pre-order this thing. I was ready to do it. I was like, give me the fridge. Give me the high tower PC. Give me the cube, man. I want it. I want it now. But you know what? It still didn't happen. But what they did give us is a load of games. A load of games that are coming out from their first-party studios. And we're going to work through those one at a time. And then at the end, we're going to talk through and see how they did in this presentation. And I will say this. Although this presentation wasn't the best ever as far as software, it was pretty good. It definitely was something. So without further ado, we're going to go to our first game, which was Bright Memory Infinite, coming out on the Xbox Series X. Now this game is extremely interesting. Bright Memory is a hybrid of first-person shooter and action combat games already available on Steam. It's there. If you want to play it, this is available now. This was released as the first episode of a wider game, and Bright Memory Infinite is that full game. This is it. This is the culmination of what you can play now, combining traditional shooting with melee combat in a mystery-racked futuristic world. Also, you can drive a car that looks suspiciously like a DeLorean, as you heard me say in the live stream this morning. Yeah, it's totally a DeLorean. You know, let's just leave it at that. Amazingly, it's all developed by one man. And I almost don't believe this unless it's the 90s movie Multiplicity, where one man has cloned himself to do a lot of different jobs. This game looks fantastic. It looks awesome. It looks great. Did I mention it looks great? Yeah. Gunplay, swordplay, running around, traversal, a DeLorean. A freaking DeLorean. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. When it comes to gaming, it comes to awesome, and it comes to just absolute, the showing of manhood and the gamer holding the controller. This game is a culmination of all those things. Now, considering the fact that people can also play the beginning of this right now, I don't know how successful this will be or how big of a surprise it was for those who are watching, but still, it looks really great. And as you see right now, driving a DeLorean, ramming into the side of a Hummer, and going through a lot of forest. Come on, bro. It's great. Moving on, the next game they showed was Call of the Sea. Now, this is a first-person adventure game set in the 1930s. Call of the Sea has a player's set and step into the shoes of Nora exploring the South Pacific island in search of her missing husband. As you can see before you, the environments are beautiful and vibrant. It is so gorgeous that I was in awe of what I saw here. Now, the actual content of the game, I'm not so sure. Walking around solving some puzzles makes me honestly think about the game Monkey Island back in the day, but I really enjoyed Monkey Island, so maybe this will be kind of, a mix between that and something else that, where we solve puzzles, we go through. It's kind of chill, it's kind of relaxed, and has absolutely gorgeous scenery where we can get in and enjoy ourselves. And hey, find her husband. And don't forget that this woman's speaking to him the entire time, which means she's probably going crazy and in need of some serious medication. Moving forward, Chorus is the next game that was shown, and this game is legit. It's a space combat shooter, which, honestly, I haven't seen many like it. It's almost like a real-life Star Fox, but without the fox and a woman. Maybe a foxy woman, but not so much the fox. More so the woman, right? I meant attractive, if you're not following. So, adding story to the genre's usual mix of aerial acrobatics and precision shooting, you play the haunted Nora, piloting her sentient starfighter Forsaken on a journey to destroy the cult that created her. Chorus will arrive in 2021, and this is coming to the next generation with a bang. Now, as you watch all these previews, it's interesting to me, like, these things look great, they look awesome, but there's not a huge leap in graphics as far as, like, seeing the next generation. I think what we will see is a serious reduction in loading times and a lot of functionality in games. However, it looks like maybe the plateau is real when it comes to graphics. Next up, you can't have an Xbox conference without a racing game. That's right, Dirt Fight without racing games. The Code Masters promises new features. These innovations and a fresh approach in the installment of its excellent rally driving series. In an unusual development, Troy Baker and Nolan North will be leading their vocal talents to the game as key characters in the game's story. I'm stoked about what this could mean for the franchise and pushing forward in the story. I wish Nintendo would port more games to the Switch. Yes, me too, but it's coming, I promise. It just, we're waiting on that more powerful to Switch to come in order. But, yes. Let's move forward. Yes? Are you ready? This next game I really want, but I consume things as far as comfort. I like my comfort food. I like my comfort sitcoms, and I also like my comfort games. Madden is one of those games. I play this game every generation, and I play it a lot. It's one of those when I'm bored, I play. When I'm not bored, I play. When I want to compete and beat my brother Josh, yes, if you're listening, that is you, I play. That's right, Josh, I challenge you right now. Let's do this, buddy! We play, we're very competitive almost daily. I don't need to play anyone else because we both rock. But Madden on the Nintendo Switch would be epic, but what we do know right now is that Madden 21 is coming to the the Xbox Series X, and it looks almost like the same as last year's. I hate to say that, but it does. I've seen, a lot of reaction videos today that talked about how crazy this looked, but the visuals don't really go so far as to show a console generation jump. So I'm just going to say, it does look fantastic. It looks wonderful, beautiful, all those things. Patrick Mahomes did a great job of introducing this. However, it does look like the others, so I'm hoping for functionality. I'm hoping that the power of the next generation of consoles, which is the Xbox Series X, gives us the freedom to play in a better way. And this is exactly what we want as players. This is exactly what we want from EA out of all of our sports games. And let's hope that that's what we see. Next up, Scarlet Nexus, which is probably my favorite game of the entire show. Why? Because it's an anime-infused action game, and you'll play as a psychokinetic Sumeragi. There it is. You'll explore the futuristic city of New Humika as technology and psychic abilities are used to wage war. I am very excited about this game. Why? Because it looks freaking amazing. And if you don't agree with me, well, you suck, okay? Because you don't know anything about anything. I'm just kidding. But you should be excited about this title. I'm really hoping it also comes to the PlayStation 5 because this is one of those that, let's face it, it seems like a PlayStation 5 title. However, I'm good to go, man, because I'm sold on both consoles and I'm buying both coming into the next generation. Anyway, this game is anime-ish. It looks really cool. The fighting systems are crazy. The enemies are just like wild, as you see in front of you right now. Like a vase of roses with legs running at you, trying to eat you. What? What is happening? I have no idea what's happening right now. Is that love? Is it love on the move? I don't think so. And then is that a cone on his face? Makes me think of making a cake. But it's not so sweet because he's trying to kill you. Okay? Yes, this game looks amazing, and I'm really excited about it. Moving forward, Scorn! Yes, this is a first-person horror adventure, and Scorn aims to take you on a non-linear journey through several horrific realms with a distinctly HR Ginger-like aesthetic, each with their own story to unravel. And I'm really excited about what this could be. However, it left us in question. There were also some really questionable images there that may or may not lead to the reveal of whatever it is being formed here coming from an alien's genitals. I don't know, but that's something that we'll have to find out in the near future. Either way, Scorn is something that has a lot of people excited, and yeah, kind of me too. I can't wait to see what happens with it. So Second Extinction is the next game that they talked about. It's a new game from Avalanche's self-publishing unit, Systemic Reaction. And Second Extinction is a co-op first-person shooter that sees you taking on amassed hordes of mutant dinosaurs that have taken over Earth. Now, my youngest son loves dinosaurs. I love it. I love it. I love it that he loves it. However, I haven't really played a big dinosaur game since Dino Crisis. And don't get me wrong, I love Dino Crisis. But this game, I don't know. Maybe to get me back in, maybe not. At first, I looked at it and I said, you know what? It could just be the run-of-the-mill first-person shooter. I saw crazy mutant dinosaurs and I thought, okay, I'll give this one a shot. So hopefully with the idea that we should kill them all and fight them all and Gatling guns and shotguns and everything else, this could be pretty cool, right? Dinosaurs have somehow come back and taken over Earth, and they kind of did the hat trick, where they're like, hey, look that direction. Bah, gotcha, boy! Yes, and they've reclaimed Earth, and they're ready to go. So let's fight back against them as we play this on the Xbox Series X. The Ascent is the next game that was mentioned in this reveal. Imagine a cyberpunk Diablo. That's what I saw with this. Cyberpunk 2077 meets Diablo, this futuristic game where you're running around playing Diablo-ish. Oh man, this is so good. Play alone or in co-op, this action-adventure RPG takes place in a futuristic dystopia where there's ruling meta corporation has collapsed and left chaos in its wake. If you're interested in seeing more, you are in luck. It is coming. This will be in a presentation to IGN in their Summer of Gaming. They have exclusive footage, so be sure to tune in there all month for that, according to them. Next up, The Medium. This game blew me away. I loved it. It's so cool. Bloober Team has specialized in the psychological horror for years at this point, but The Medium sounds like another step forward for the Polish studio. Well, they're really both. They're the polished Polish studio. Playing this huge game, this wonderful, stupendous game that looks amazing. The graphics look awesome. You'll see both the real and spirit worlds as you investigate a tragedy in a now abandoned hotel. Excitingly, those two worlds come with separate soundtracks. One by Blooper Team's, I can't say his name, Arkin Disuts Rakowski, and the other by Akira Yamoka of Silent Hill, which, come on. So this is going to arrive in holiday 2020, so it looks like it might be a launch game. And it's not only Blooper Team, but there's so many more coming to the next generation. So many more games, so many more concepts, so much so that it goes all the way into thinking about vampires. That's right, vampires. And it looks like I don't have the preview for that, so we're just going to tell you right up. So guys, anyway, thinking about everything that's happened here and let's back up because here it is. Here's our vampire game. Here it is! The gods of live streaming have come and answered our prayers. So this is the craziest looking game ever, okay? I opened this game, I saw people like dead, set up in a living room celebrating Christmas, their mouths pulled back, cut open as if they were the Joker, and someone just dancing around them crazily. This is insane. I cannot believe what I saw. It was gross, but it was also interesting, so much so that I wanted to dig in and see what's next. This game looks wild, man. It's a sequel to the cult classic RPG, and it takes you to the underworld of Seattle as you choose to join one of several vampire clans. Now, if you're interested in being a vampire, if you're interested in joining these clans, and you're interested in what you see as far as this dark, hopeless, abysmal surrounding where there's lots of killing and also maybe you're a vampire, then this just might be the game for you. If you're interested in what it might mean to play Yakuza, well, you know what? It's kind of crazy. There's a little bit of kung fu, there's a little bit of serious story, but then there's this overwhelming, wacky sense of just nothingness. The 7th mainline Yakuza game makes some major changes, not least its switch to turn-based RPG-like combat, and it's also coming to Xbox far more quickly than previous installments, and it's now a next-gen title. This game looks amazing. The first half of this preview just really dug in and made us think it was something so much more serious than it was, and then it got crazy, and then there was a magical bat, and then I just blanked out because this game looked awesome, and I was so excited. Okay, are you ready? Can we just back up now? Because, yeah, this game's really good. If you haven't played Yakuza, you might not know what to expect, but I promise it's worth your time. So, pushing forward, there is this other game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And in watching this today, we got our first look at gameplay, or at least an in-engine footage for Ubisoft's next step in its historical action stealth series, including Siege Warfare, a raven that could represent Odin, and much, much more. So that means they brought back the Raven. We're going to see things from the sky. However, I was extremely upset to see that this really just kind of looks like an Xbox current generation game. I hate to say that, but there's not like a huge leap in graphics for the next generation. Fine, whatever, okay. I'm only a small bit, just a little bit. But either way, this game looks amazing. It's awesome. The way that Assassin's Creed has been going lately, I'm very excited about that. There's some of us out there who say, you know what, I want more of the current time. I want to see what Desmond was all about. I want to see what's going on with Abstergo. But there's also a big sect of people that say, you know what, I just don't give a damn. Just let me go back and be whatever I want to be. Let me be as awesome as I want to be. Let me kick butt as an Egyptian. Let me kick butt as a Viking. Let me kick butt as whatever I want to do. And you know what? It seems like that's who they're playing to, and that's perfectly okay. I'm excited to set up my own town or village as a Viking, and I'm also excited to play this, which just might happen on the new Xbox, considering they guaranteed that you get this game free next generation if you purchase it on their console now. This is really awesome, especially considering the fact that, most of these games, when you see this, there's a guarantee there at the bottom that shows that this game will come free next generation. That's kind of like, PlayStation hasn't officially said that that's the thing yet, although EA has come out and said today that, a lot of their PS4 games will be free on the PS5, which means the PS4 could also be doing something like that. It's exciting to me to see what this means for Xbox. I'm excited about their future, and also really between Game Pass and everything else they're doing, I think they're going to land hard in the next market and really compete with Sony. However, to my Switch fans out there, I think the Switch, especially when the Switch Pro comes out, is going to rock it. Regardless of a new console, when Breath of the Wild 2 releases, a shikadoosh! Yes, that's a winner, my man, because everything is about software. Everything is about titles and things to get you excited about. So thinking about that, I want to really almost review, but without reviewing this. And I want to tell you that although I am excited, okay, to David T, to Justin, to everyone else, I am excited. However, I think that they kind of dropped the ball here on this presentation. There are a lot of good games, and I'm trying to find the positive here, but I think that they could have done more. They could have revealed more as far as release date. They could have told us more about those things that are happening, and maybe they could have offered us a little bit of a wider spectrum of things that are coming out. Maybe it's just me not being excited about the Xbox thing, but I feel like that this is a pivotal time for them to jump ahead of Sony and to dominate the media and the news over the PS5 since Sony's being so silent. I think that although this game presentation was really good, it could have been better, and they could have presented us more things to be excited about and more. Do I sound spoiled? Maybe I'm just a spoiled gamer who's wanting more. So, we'll chalk it up to that. Boo to me. Boo! Boo to me! Okay? Anyway, let's move forward. Featured comment of the week. Guys, if you would like to have your comment featured, please comment below. I will grab those comments. We'll look at them. Doesn't matter if it's live, whatever it is. Just comment. Let me know if you agree, disagree with me, prove me wrong, anything like that. As you know, yesterday we featured one where someone disagreed. That's perfectly okay. I welcome it. Let's grow here together as a community by communicating. And I want to interact with you in an awesome way, okay? So let's take a look at our featured comment. Maybe, maybe not. So, my board is being kind of stupid. Are you ready now? Here we go. So, our featured comment, because of the lack, therefore, of what we would otherwise be, experiencing, Logan, who's a fake YouTuber, says, want to be friends? Logan, I don't fall for your schemes. Is my face enough? If you were a real person, I would take you down. We would go out and rumble! Okay, so anyway, with that out of the way, the featured comment, I want some real comments this next week, so be sure to comment below so that I don't have to shout at a fake person, because it's no different than going outside and shouting at my cat because I'm frustrated because he pooped somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Which is funny because my cat's actually a girl, which means none of that is true. But you know what? whatever. That's fine. It's all for humor. Let's keep going. Also, I don't shout at my cat. So, as we close out today, I want to remind you that I would like you to join the Stork Force. This is a wonderful community that we're growing of gamers who love Nintendo, who love Sony, and third but not least, right, Xbox. I want to share all the games that I can on here. We want to grow together. We want to eventually interview developers and play games and all that good stuff. I want to invite you tonight at 9 p.m. to watch The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, as I have a very special guest. Yes, is it Kenny from South Park? It just might be. I don't know. You have to see. It's super cool, and you will enjoy it. But in the meantime, be sure to hit that red button below. Subscribe to this channel, which is 9 p.m. each and every day. There are going to be great games played, otherwise, and new hot takes, all that good stuff, right here on the Gamestork. I'm my world. That's right, ladies and men. Here we go. Subscribe. Yes, we will see you next time. Be sure to tune in at 9 p.m. for the next episode of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. We're going to jump into the first dungeon. We're going to knock that thing socks off and to go and deliver.